Huawei has kicked off 2025 with a bang. The company's global smartphone shipments grew by an impressive 28% year-on-year in the first quarter of this year. This marks a major comeback not just in its home country, China, but also in the broader global market. According to the latest report from Tech Insights, Huawei now ranks 8th in global smartphone shipments, showing just how much ground the tech giant is regaining after years of pressure and sanctions. To give you a bigger picture, the overall global smartphone market saw a modest growth of just 0.5% year-on-year in Q1 2025, with total shipments reaching 296.8 million units. While other brands are seeing slower or stagnant growth, Huawei's 28% surge clearly stands out. Though it hasn't broken into the global top 5 yet, this leap places it firmly on the path to becoming a major global contender once again. So, who are the current leaders in the global smartphone race? Samsung continues to hold the top spot with 60.6 million unit shipments and a commanding 20.4% market share. Apple sits comfortably in second place, shipping 54.7 million iPhones in Q1 and grabbing an 18.4% share. Apple also saw a respectable 11.2% year-on-year growth, which is notable but still far behind Huawei's rebound. Xiaomi, with 41.9 million units shipped, secured the third place, while Oppo and Vivo followed in the 4th and 5th positions, respectively. Transsion and Honor came in at 6th and 7th. Then comes Huawei at number 8, a position that might not seem groundbreaking at first glance, but when you consider the scale of its comeback, it's a powerful statement. So, what's fueling Huawei's strong comeback? According to analysts, it's the company's latest lineup of devices that's capturing consumer interest. The newly launched foldables, the Nova 13 series, and the Pura 70 lineup have been major contributors. The foldable phones, in particular, seem to be drawing attention due to improvements in performance and user experience. On the other hand, the Nova 13 and Pura 70 have become popular for their impressive camera capabilities, a feature Huawei has consistently excelled in over the years. But the real crown jewel in Huawei's comeback story is its performance in China. The Tech Insights report highlights a remarkable 31% year-on-year increase in Huawei's phone shipments within China alone. This is even more significant because it marks the first time since 2021 that Huawei has returned to the #1 spot in its domestic market. That's right, Huawei is once again the top smartphone brand in China, a position it held confidently in the past before facing severe restrictions and chip shortages. This dramatic rebound in China seems to have had a ripple effect on the global stage. As one of the largest smartphone markets in the world, China's healthy demand has contributed significantly to the overall recovery of global smartphone shipments. And with Huawei leading the charge at home, its presence in the international market is getting stronger once again. What makes Huawei's growth particularly noteworthy is the fact that it's happening despite not having access to Google's mobile services in many regions, and despite the company still facing significant hurdles when it comes to chip manufacturing and export limitations. Yet here it is, pushing boundaries and rising through the ranks. The success of Huawei's new devices also signals the brand's shift in strategy. Rather than competing only on price or specs, Huawei is once again positioning itself as a leader in design, photography, and innovation. Whether it's high-end foldables or feature-packed mid-range phones, Huawei seems to have found the right formula to appeal to different types of users. As we move further into 2025, all eyes will be on whether Huawei can maintain this momentum. Will it manage to break back into the top 5 global brands? Can it expand its reach in markets like Europe, Asia, or even Africa, where it once had a strong presence? One thing's for sure. The company's Q1 performance is a clear signal that Huawei is not out of the game. In fact, it's getting ready to play at full strength. With global smartphone growth still in recovery mode, Huawei's 28% YoY rise shows what's possible when innovation meets persistence. And if this trend continues, we might just be witnessing one of the biggest comeback stories in tech.